What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. One of the huge battles that we just had in the last couple of years, when we talk about woke and DEI, it was nothing wrong with diversity and inclusion. It's how it was done. The equity part that really is how it's done. That's when you start really just choosing people over their skin color and their intrinsic characteristics, and it ends up destroying the art that you're trying to make better. If it's done by choice, that's one thing. We're having that argument right now with Kingdom Come. But amongst all of this was the straight up of insanity of 1,000 different genders and this and that. And at the end of the day, it degrades us all. And thankfully, yesterday, we had a pure and definitive line of sanity to return. And hopefully it is continued to be reflected in our video games and the polls, which we're about to talk about. But before we get to that, you have to understand what has just happened yesterday. And the inauguration, specifically what he talks about, the social engineering of our country and how it's about to stop, at least with all the power that he can throw at it.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
Every movie, every TV show, every comic, every video game, from the craft services on a studio lot to literally Dungeons and Dragons to the fire departments, which we just saw, literally tried to social engineer it on every single level that you could quantify.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
How many people got hired for shows because of colorblind casting? Hi, Nia DaCosta. Wasn't colorblind, and it wasn't merit-based. It was because she was a black woman she got hired, and then they threw her under the bus by having most of the scenes already shot, and Bob Iger saying they should have had more executives on the set. And then how many people failed upwards and outwards unilaterally? Right. A lot. No meritocracy was taken into account.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Male and female. Intersex is intersex. The exception doesn't change the rule. None of this non-binary, transit. In other words, what were you transitioning back and forth from if there was the madness has stopped, and we're saying the what was once said out loud again. There's men and women, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Boys and girls of all ages. I just like seeing the resounding cheers. So that is the backdrop that we're in right now, where we've been screaming this at the top of our lungs, but now we've got the president of the United States echoing the same things, just outright saying that, yeah, this we got to return to some sanity. We cannot be doing things based on skin color. We have to, it's colorblind and merit-based. That's what I'm here for. And if we start doing that, well, you're going to start seeing a lot of different things in the video game development, because we surely do not create games based on listen, Sweet Baby Inc. and all those other things. That is not colorblind. That is not merit-based. We saw this poll from Merrick Tominsky. Look, I will shout out the good ones, the Thomas Mahlers from Moon Studios, and so on and so forth. The Karches, Matthew Karches from Saber, that Gears of War producer that was also going around. There's a couple of them now. Thankfully, I'm losing track of all the people coming out being based and saying things we should have known all the time. Should lead video game characters be widely considered attractive or aspirational by the majority of players? Yes. 84% saying yes. 11,000 voted. 50,000 saw this. The one we also saw previously was that body type A and B. There's only two genders, so male and female. Why are we doing body type A or character? It's male, female, and that vote got over 49,000 votes, with 88 people saying that yes, we would prefer to return to traditional male or female. We don't have to call it A and B. It's male and female. The only reason you're calling it A and B is because you're trying not to trigger already mentally unwell people. All right. Everyone else will be all right with it. So I just thought this was a really nice, I did not, of all the things that President Trump said, did not expect him to specifically outright mention the social engineering. And the best thing about that was a country that is made great again by color blindness. See, not, this is the country I grew up in where no one gave a shit what color you were. It was, what had you done? Meritocracy. So colorblind and meritocracy. If we do that in our movies and TV shows and video games, if we cast the character and not the color, oh boy, are we going to see some fun things in the next couple of years and forever. If we just keep this going, don't ever let it regress to what happened. And by the way, we got a lot of work ahead of us, but this is a solid framework to build on. You let me know what you think about it all. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.